Welcome on in, guys. It's your Frogman here, King Pep II, bringing you some more Brown Dust 2 content. And we are well underway with these summer events. So the dev notes that I'm going to cover today are all about the first of many for these summer events. And very, very excited. And yes, we do have the lovely Morphia here, sucking on a popsicle. I thought it was appropriate just because we are getting close to the summer. And, well, I wanted to see Morphia, because why not, right? But before we hop into it, like, subscribe if you enjoy the video and the content. Any comments down below would be much appreciated. Want to see and hear just read your thoughts about it and what you guys want to see for the future of Brown Dust 2. For anything really, I would like to hear them because I always love to read comments and even hear like what what other people like to have in it. I don't know. I'm just somebody that likes discussing this type of stuff because Brown Dust 2 is still one of my favorite gotcha games out there as well. And I always stream it on my Twitch channel. Go check it out if you haven't already. But yeah, so I've always enjoyed it. So let's hop in with guys without further ado and get into it. And I did a little bit of skimming through it. I didn't fully read it. It was just a bit of a skim through. So I'm gonna talk about the last thing though. However, with the dev notes, we're talking about with it and my thoughts on it as well because it was a little bit more of a serious topic for a lot of players out there. But we'll head into it when we get to it. So let's get to it. Okay, so 30-second developer notes. Start a summer update and second anniversary update preview. So here we go. And hello, this is Brown Dust 2 PD Junhee Lee. The update for Brown Dust 2's anniversary is just around the corner. We're 2 weeks away from the second anniversary kicking off, so we're here to deliver news on the update, packed with summer vibes. Starting with this update, we'll keep rolling out various content and loads of events until the summer heat cools down. Okay, so this is the first one. So, seasonal event remake post Summer Night. So, in case nobody knows what Summer Night was about, and for any new players out there, that was actually the very first summer event that they ever had in the game. So this is basically going to be put into, from what I was skimming here, it was going to be a visual novel form, just much like the other events that we had, with Levencia and Levia, the cleaners, in the Memories Edge story, and then so forth onward. So they're going to be remaking it into a visual novel type feel, which I don't mind. I've always loved the fact, seeing it in this formation ever since they started to do it. I was very impressed with it. But yeah, so let's take a look. And so here we have the lovely Nebris, the lovely Dalvi in the background, and the lovely Venica. And so this was something that did not expect, but this is actually Zenith. Yeah, this is Zenith, and yes, we are going to be getting into her for this new update. I'm very, very excited for this. Now, the rerun actually is going to be covering, the post-Summer Night event that was in last year for Summer Beachside Summer Angels. I believe that's what it was called. It was the second summer event that they had. And they're remaking the one from last year into a VN. So let's check it out. Last year's seasonal event, Post-Summer Night, will be remade into illustrated conversation content. I believe this news will be a delight to many. We hope you enjoy the seasonal event story reimagined in a new form, along with Zenith, our new character. I'm very, very excited, and I did see the art for her. Just when Venica starts cleaning the contest area after the pool party, Nebris, who's been working as a part-time lifeguard at the party, approaches her. Nebris tempts Venica to join her indulgence, claiming they've worked hard to earn some time for fun. After some hesitation, the two decide to enjoy a brief moment of freedom at the pool, but Venica accidentally trips and falls on Nebris. Upon seeing this, senior lifeguard Zenith suddenly tries to arrest them. As it turns out, Zenith mistook Venica and Nebris as villains behind the countless limp men at the pool party, thinking the two seduced them. Nebris and Venica flee from Zenith to avoid arrest. While investigating the incident, to clear up the misunderstanding, the two run into a figure beyond their wildest dreams. Now, in case, as well, with a lot of these story packs, or even the ones that are, well, when I mean story packs, I mean like character packs, basically. And also, like, a lot of the event stories, not all of them have to be serious, which is why I love the fact that they switch it up, and they give us some, like, quirky or, some fun story with events, because I actually enjoy them a lot, because it's like a refreshing from it's really refreshing because like you get a lot of the more serious tones from the main storyline, which I love a lot. Okay, believe me, I do. But sometimes you just want to have a little bit of a break and just be like, you know what, let's have some fun vibes and stuff like that, So I'm always excited to see what they have planned, especially for summer, because that's when they kind of let their, as you say, like their hair down, and they just like go about and do their thing. You know what I mean? And have fun with it. And that's why with this event, I think it's gonna be a little bit better in the eyes of a lot of the community because I know, the Goblin Slayer collaboration event didn't wasn't as well received. I honestly I appreciated the Goblin Slayer event. I had a lot of fun with the story. The characters themselves, I know they could have been a little bit more buffed, but this video is not about that type of talk. I'm just saying that this will help in a lot of ways. Bring that hype back for a lot of players that were either disappointed or weren't fully invested with the Goblin Slayer collaboration event. So believe me, this will change it up, and that's why I'm saying this. But anyway, let's hop into it again. Sorry about that. Just wanted to say that. So this is what it's gonna look like. Well, this is like I guess a little bit of what they have planned. I'm not sure if this is finalized, but here we have the lovely Venica and then the lovely Nebris here holding her banana floaty or whatever you want to call it. And you got Venica over here, DJing over here because that's this is DJ Venica. Gosh, they look just absolutely stunning. Okay, so here we have them here, formation wise. And then, okay, so here we have some arts displayed. I wish I can enlarge it. But here they are. And in case you guys are wondering, the tentacles, okay, this is actually a monster that belongs to someone actually at the pool party that's in the event story pack. I forgot what her name is, but she's actually from Brave 9, if I'm not mistaken. I think she is. I'm trying to remember, but I believe she is. But here we have the lovely Zenith, and yes, guys, I'm telling you, man, that yeah, we'll get to it when we see the screenshots. Then we got Nebris, and then we got Venica over here, and wow, I know, right? I'm telling you, man, Brown Dust 2 they know how to do summer. They know how to do it. Believe me, they do. So here we have Poolside Guardian Zenith, and damn, does she look incredible. And yes, I am going to be going for her. But yes, this is Zenith, entirely different light. Honestly, when I first saw Zenith, like, up here, oh my god, can I scroll? Right up here, I had no idea that this was her until I started to read it. And, because I actually thought this was Elise. Because I know Elise actually had a bikini and everything in both the Summer Night events and also the Beachside Angels event. Because she was in both of them. So I actually thought that, are we going to get an Elise now? Because, I mean, they showed her, right, as an NPC. But this is actually Zenith. So, yeah, I was actually blown away by that, She looks really good. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Incredible. That's what I said. I'm like, they're going to go all out for summer, and I know for a fact they're not going to fail us. And they aren't. Believe me. Damn. That's... She's got the legs. She got the nail polish, too, on her feet. See? Lots of details. So this is her. I love the fact that her little visor has... I don't know. I thought these were bunny ears at first. I don't know why I thought that. Anyway, let's scroll down. So we've given you Poolside Guardian Zenith, a lifeguard senior to Nebris. Her features include being a master of survival, well-versed in all kinds of swimming techniques and rescue methods, as well as boasting top-notch shooting skills. Her expertise in projectiles is so superb. Oh my god, I can't talk today. Her expertise in projectiles is so superb that she can take down thugs just by throwing swimming tubes at them. With a perpetually serious tone, she goes on patrols with a hawk-like gaze, particularly when on duty. This is why children are afraid of her, but she's actually a character who thinks kids are adorable, hoping to become friends with them. And so we scroll down. This is now the reruns for Poolside Guardian. For laid-back lifeguard Nebris. This is her design. Incredible design, by the way. She's also someone that you can put on your wish list in the ordinary gacha pools in Brown Dust 2 if you want. But this is her. These are the reruns that they are going to be doing. I know, see the giant banana floaty. So, and then this is DJ Venica down here. But we'll read a little bit about it. So here's the laid-back lifeguard Nebris, a one-day lifeguard with spectacular beauty, using the protection of safety on site as an excuse. She's thrown herself into the party, determined to have fun. The tube she keeps by their side is meant to be for rescue and thrown into the pool during an emergency. However, they say Nebris keeps it as her favorite toy and always cuddles with it because its texture feels too good. I love the way they implied something like that. DJ Venica, here she is. Really nice for debuffs too on an enemy for magic resistance. I, believe it or not, guys, when I started to play Brown Dust 2, I came back during Dalvi's summer, like when Dalvi was the first +5. That's when I came back, right? Because before I had to stop playing because I was doing other things in real life. I know, right, guys? IRL stuff. But when I came back, I had a lot more time on my hands, and I wanted to check out a new game. And then my friend showed me, and he streamed it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, what is this game again?" Right? I'm like, "Is this Brown Dust 2?" So I came back to it, and I was very, very happy. So yeah, I mean, DJ Venica was one of the first ones that I came back to see her. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let's see here. An up-and-coming freelance DJ, it's your DJ Venica. She's an all-around entertainer, boasting striking looks and DJing skills on top of eloquent speeches. Thanks to her abilities, Venica has been invited to host numerous events. Although widely known to the public for her pure yet energetic and lively image, they say Venica is suffering from chronic fatigue due to the immense workload up on event stages. But the way she works hard without ever letting it show is what makes Venica a true professional. And then this is who I was just saying about, who I was talking about, Summer Vacation Dalvi. And yes, she is fine. Damn, right? So reruns, guys. If you wanna go for them, they are gonna be there. I knew it was gonna happen too. I knew they were gonna have reruns. Like it was a strong feeling I had. Here's a hunter at the pool party who's been looking for her best game. We introduce you to Summer Vacation Dalvi. Having received a significant number of votes in the Miss on Vice qualifiers, she's exceptionally gorgeous, and her standards for partners are just as high. However, she's annoyed because she keeps running into men who are good for nothing. So, and yes, that's actually in the story too. She was trying to find, a guy, but like none of them were doing it for her. Basically, like they couldn't keep up with her in anything. She was just too good for them all. Oh man, I know, right? Dalvi. The one that wants to have a partner, but yet she never gets one. Like literally, she never does. It's like how Shada, Shada is, and like Elise. It's so funny because it's the fact that, it's like Dalvi, Elise, and Shada. They're incredibly beautiful, right? But like when their personalities show to anybody, it's like they just don't get no one. I think that's supposed to be the running joke about it all too. Oh yeah, so this is the Octovius. So this was the one that we saw in the art up here with them all getting tangled. This is Octovius, and it actually belongs to another a character, but I'm not sure if we'll ever get her or not because they said that they weren't going to do any more Brave 9 characters in Brown Dust 2, which I'm okay with because, Brown Dust 2 is its own thing. But this actually belongs to one of the NPCs. I guess I'll just say NPC. I forgot what her name is, though. But this is going to be a rerun boss. Octavius, a water property fiend, features a battle concept that deals heavy damage to its main target while granting beneficial effects to all enemies, including the main target. So there you go. Rerunning Fiend Boss right here. Reruns of characters Dalvi, Venica, and Nebris, and then the new one is Zenith. I'm very excited to see what Zenith's capable of. She's most likely going to do Concentrated Fire again, just because, her main one does it, right? Summer Night Event Pack, permanently available. Oh, so they're actually now having them permanently available. Oh, that's actually a really nice thing. So actually, when I was skimming, I didn't see this. Summer Night Event. Oh my gosh. So basically, this was something that was discussed where if they were gonna have these permanently unlocked or not. So basically, like Memory's Edge from last year, that they had, and a lot of the other ones, Beachside Angels, which was the second summer event. What was the other one? There was like basically all the ones that are locked in the game that you see when you go into the main menu for the story packs and you scroll all the way down. The ones that are always locked because they're seasonal. So also that means that if that's the case, that we might actually get the one with Nightmare Bunny, Eclipse, Masquerade Bunny, Celia, and Dystopia, Deanna. The very first, basically, winter event that they ever had. What was it called? Nightmare. It was called. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot the name of it. Basically, they might actually unlock all those events. Then that means all those story packs. That's something that's actually really nice because it also gives new players a chance to experience them, because those were actually really, really well written stories in my opinion. I really enjoyed them, like all of them, especially the Winter Nightmare one. Because let's just say I'm not gonna spoil it, but there was some parts in it that really blew me away with it. So we, that's why I'm saying I'm assuming that this is gonna be an ongoing thing. So basically, when we get closer to the newer summer event, they'll most likely gonna have the rerun for the one from last year, and that'll most likely be unlocked too permanently if this is the way they're doing it. If this is the way they're going about it, you know. And then later on in the winter, we'll have the winter one unlocked too, which was the one I was just talking about with Eclipse, Celia, and Deanna, and Rue as well. Forgot about Rue. I'm sorry, Rue. Sorry, Rue, for getting you there. But that's really nice. I'm really happy about that. And I'm sure a lot of new players to the game are going to enjoy this too, because now they no longer have to wait for a seasonal, time to have it unlocked. And here's some screenshots, by the way, of it. We got DJ Venica over here, Eustia, Shada, Gray, and Lath over here as well. Oh yeah, this is a okay. So this is Eustia's one of Eustia's cutscenes in the game. I know, right? I don't gotta say much more other than that. So pool party Eustia, she's gonna be having her rerun. Excellent for PvP, in my opinion, when you build her up, and also for certain, I would say for certain, situations too to have her in. But this is her. I love the fact that her sword is like supposed to be shish kebabbing all this. We all know Eustia is a food connoisseur. We all know this, right? But look at her. Like, look at her balance all this. It's crazy, right? You gotta love Eustia, right? But this is more showing her, the fun type, laid back Eustia. This is what I mean. Like, we all need that, that downside, not downside, some downtime from like the main story and have some fun with it, right? I always enjoy it. Okay, so you can obtain a one pool party Eustia costume after clearing the pack. The costume is only available to players who have cleared the normal difficulty for the first time. Okay, guys? Read that. For the first time. I'll highlight. First time. So, any new players, basically, that haven't completed it will be able to get her. You cannot receive it if you have already cleared the normal difficulty. Understandable. I get that. I get it. It's okay. I'm okay with that. Okay? Pool Party Eustia will be available in the pickup during the second anniversary event as well, so you'll have your chance to get in here in the banner, okay? Okay, so here is the pickup information, the scheduling. So May 21st and before June 4th maintenance, we still have Archbishop Sword Maiden, okay, guys? So until June 4th, you have a chance to get her still if you want to go for her. She's not going to be added into the Powder Hope Shop because obviously she's a collaboration character. Makes sense, right? They're going to have the rerun of Luvencia on May 29th through June 11th. So Deal Statue Luvencia, she's a very excellent chain stack damage dealer, physical damage dealer, and she's actually very strong. She was released last year in November, and very, very strong. But she is going to be in the Powder of Hope shop, so if you want to save up some Powder of Hope to get another copy of her, I honestly would highly recommend doing it, okay? And then we're gonna have rerun DJ Venica on June 4th, and then they're gonna have the rerun for Lifeguard Nebris on June 12th. So she's gonna be running until June 26th. DJ Venica is gonna be running until June 18th, and they're also gonna be in the Powder of Hope shop too because they are not limited. Okay, remember that. Remember that. And also their equipment is the same thing, same dates as them. So there you go. And second anniversary update plans. Next up, we have news on the second anniversary update. So this is the one I think all of us have been waiting for too. The second anniversary update will be on Thursday, June 19th. Okay, there we go. There's the date. It's confirmed. June 19th. Meanwhile, the pre-registration period will last for 2 weeks from June 5th to June 19th at 2 a.m. Okay? As many of you have been looking forward to this, we'll give you a sneak peek at some images currently in development. We'll give you more details in the second anniversary broadcast. So it looks like they are going to be having a live stream, which I honestly figured that they would because this is an anniversary. It's a big deal. So going to be very excited for this. So here we have some screenshots. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. I am I'm assuming they had to cut off here because obviously they can't show that much, right? So it looks like this is she supposed to be a lifeguard then, if I'm assuming, right? I mean, it looks like it, right? I mean, is this supposed to be Zenith? Oh yeah, this most likely is Zenith. Yeah. This has to be Zenith. Because I see safe, so this is like, lifeguard. So this has to be Zenith, right? I don't know who this is. Because Zenith is actually... Oh yeah, there it is. I was about to say, Zenith is actually built. So, and you know what I mean when I say built, right? Yeah, this has got to be Zenith. Damn. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, they never fail at Summer, okay? I'm telling you, I don't know who this is going to be. But this, I know, has to be Zenith. It has to be. Because, we go here, right? Safe, like safety, lifeguard, right? So, yeah. Well, it's probably her. Maybe it's supposed to be saving somebody in the water. Most likely that's what it's probably depicting, if I had to guess. Okay, and then, oh, look at this. So, we all know who this is, right? We all know who this is. So this looks like she's in despair of some sort because obviously of what happened in Story Pack 17. If you haven't played it yet, guys, I would highly recommend doing so. It's actually very well written, well done. I enjoyed it so much. Oh my goodness. I had no idea that they were going to pull something like that, by the way. That blew my mind. Because I actually thought this was going to be Darian. I remember when I was like guessing all that, right? I was like, this is going to be Darian. Has to be it, right? I was so wrong. So we have the lovely Olivia, or how she goes by, Callian in Brown Dust 2 right now. So it does look like she's in despair of some sort. And obviously I know why she is. So I'm not going to say it in case you haven't played it yet. But yeah, it looks like she's suffering from it. So additionally, we'd like to provide advance notice regarding refining powder resources. During the second anniversary update, the amount of refining powder provided from certain content will be increased. Okay, so that's a nice thing. The quantity of reforging powder from Gluppy Diner Settlement rewards and daily/weekly mission rewards will be increased, and the amount of refining powder sold in the guild shop will also be increased. However, the cost will remain the same. Okay. So let's see. So second anniversary summer broadcast, a sneak peek. So this is what they were showing here. Whoops. We're also putting in our best effort for the second anniversary live broadcast, which I already called it, where we'll be able to enjoy so much more than the sneak peek above with all our Brown Dust 2 fans, and I am very, very excited for this. For the first time, we are planning to invite fans in person to this. Wait, really? Wait, what? Wait, why can't I live there? Ah, shit. For the first time. Oh, my goodness, really? Dude, I would have had so many questions for them. Okay, then. That's actually something I've never heard of or seen anybody ever doing, in fact. Details on the my god, I can't talk. Details on the participation method and further information will be provided through a separate announcement on a later date. We'll start with the fans in Korea, where we'll invite the lucky guests through a random draw. We're also considering visits overseas to hold live broadcasts for fans outside of Korea when we launch large scale broadcast. Wow. We ask for your continued interest and support for the live broadcast, which takes the fun of receiving content updates to a new level. Oh my goodness. Did not expect that. Like I said, guys, I just like did a quick skim through of this of all this. Okay? Sorry, man. The art caught my attention first. Oh my goodness. That's actually pretty epic of them. Guys, I'm telling you, I've never seen or even read something like any other gacha game doing something like this. That's actually incredible. Well, guys, if any global players out there, I mean, best start learn some best start to learn some Korean, right? I mean, I would love to honestly, I would love to be picked to join that live broadcast. I got so many questions. Oh my goodness. You know how many questions I'd be asking a minute? Or a second, I should say. Oh wow. That's actually really cool. I like it. That's really cool. Regarding our third collaboration, we are carefully reviewing all valuable feedback for our global community. So yeah, obviously they're going to be talking about this in the live broadcast, like they always do, because they always like to discuss the feedback, and that's something I really like when they do that. They discuss the feedback and everything. They even have like a little chart showing like how popular it is, as well. First, we sincerely apologize for the inconvenience and disappointment caused by the various issues that occurred during this event period. We are especially remorseful about the confusion created due to internal communication errors in delivering critical information about battle performance. As mentioned in our previous notice, we'll strengthen our internal review procedures before content release to ensure these problems won't happen again. We would also like to address the additional feedback we've been receiving. So, battle performance, as mentioned in the previous broadcast, we didn't realize we didn't release the collaboration characters with particular gimmicks or outstanding power because they were only available for a limited time. However, we fully understand that those who newly joined our game through this collab may have been disappointed that the characters were not as powerful as expected. So, this was something that a lot of us were, you know, well, I expected them to do something because of their previous live broadcasts before, when they were just saying that they weren't going to be making collaboration characters very powerful and strong. So it was just seeing it happen, like compared to when they were talking about it, and then when it happened, it was that basically like, oh shit, this is like what happened, which a lot of us, were most likely feeling it. You know what I mean? Um, but I was expecting it. I honestly expected for them to do it since they announced it. I was like, okay, so I was very iffy with the polls. But however, for the collaboration itself, I was very excited to see what they had, right? Players who expected a fresh combat mechanics and diverse battles might have also been disappointed, and such disappointment resonates with us at a profound level, considering the fact that itself is content, which is true. Although we strive to maintain the balance, hoping to provide sound service in the long run, we once again realize that implementing battle performance for the satisfaction of all fans, it's nowhere near easy. Based on your feedback, we'll continue to reflect and make improvements so that more players will be pleased in the future. So a lot of this just had to really do with just the skills themselves, not being as high, which I already discussed just literally like 10 seconds ago. Um, However, this was something I don't think I said in my other videos. I'm not sure if I did or not. But my personal thoughts on this is this. When it comes to collab characters, I didn't see any reason for them to like, downplay um the combat and the power level on collaboration characters, considering they only happen every, for whenever a collab happens. They're only a limited time, right? And they're not in the Powder of Hope or anything like that. You know, I just would rather see them powerful and be used, because the thing is, you want to keep using a collab character, right? You just don't want to unlock them just for, collection purposes. You want to also use them in PvE, PvP mode as well, right? I mean, I just don't want to collect a character and be like, okay, well, now they're just gonna sit there, right, and not do anything. No, I don't like. I don't like that. I would rather invest in a collaboration character, right, and be able to use them for quite a while. You know what I mean? Because like I still use Yumi from Senran Kagura, and I use her a lot. I use Hikage for last night. I'm still building her too. I use Yomi still for her AoE ability. Um, Yozakura, not as much, but I do use her in certain situations. But like Yumi and Hikage are really the only two that I use the most of. I use Yomi and Yuzakura for certain situations when fighting, but like I still use them still. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean. It's like I was like that's how I feel about collab characters. I feel they should be strong, you know. But I believe the reason why a lot of players, because like I was thinking it through my head when this was going on. I was like, okay, so why are players complaining about having a strong collaboration character when they could actually help them in like PVE? You know what I mean? Like the towers and even the story, because the story actually, you know, their health gets up there. You know, the more story packs you go in, especially on hard mode and very hard mode, right? So it's like, why would they complain about it? Well, the only thing that I could think of as to why players didn't like the idea that collaboration characters were basically surpassing and forcing players to really go for these collabs because of their, you know, their strength was because of PvP. That's the only thing I could think about. Now, I still see Eris used. I still see Yumi used for a lot of PvP when I play it. Like I still do, honestly, I still do. Um, and so that was the only thing I could think about too. Was like, is that the reason why? Because I know Eris. Now I wasn't around for the first collab when this happened, but from what I read up on her, she actually was very strong, and I see why people used her for PvP, and why she would also be used for PvE as well. And same thing with Yumi. Yumi was like, she could attack every turn as long as you had SP. It was like very easy to maintain her. In fact, and she did a lot of stacks as well as she applied bleed too. So I could see her. I could see why they were very strong in the PvP mode, right? But I just don't think that's a reason in itself because there are still Brownless 2 characters, you know, that are strong, you know, that are just as strong as well, right? So like those were the only thoughts going through my mind when it came to like, you know, why the player base was complaining, because maybe I don't know, like maybe newer players when they were in PvP, or for anybody huge into the PvP scene most likely saw like Yumi and Iris, you know, during their encounters, and that they were just too strong, and then I don't know, you know, that was the only thing I could think about. I just honestly I couldn't think of any other reason as to why players would complain about it, you know. But yeah, um I just feel still that collaboration characters still should still be strong, um because like I would love to still use them, like I said, I would still use them. I don't want them collecting dust, right? You know what I mean? Just sitting benched just for, you know, just for looking at. No, I want to use them in the fights. So that's my opinion though, guys. That's just me, okay? But that's how I see it. Okay, so here we go. Cutscene maturity level. So we express our greatest regret to fans who displayed their love for Brown Dust 2's cutscenes, but we're unsatisfied with this collab because the illustrations failed to meet their desired maturity level. We want to make it clear that we made every effort to push the content quality to the highest level within the boundaries of the guidelines given to us. The upcoming skill cutscenes for the second anniversary characters are being prepared to meet your expectations, so we kindly ask for your patience a little longer. So this was something when I was skimmed through it before I made this video. They were basically talking about Shada's end. So Shada had a cutscene in the game where she got captured by goblins in the very beginning, and this was also something that was hugely discussed when they had their live stream about it. People were going crazy on the YouTube chat, and it got so crazy, in fact, that I myself had to, like, you know, I had to hide the chat because it was just too much, you know. So explicit depictions of Shada. So regarding the depiction of Shada, while some felt it was similar to the atmosphere of the original work, others expressed discomfort with the scene in which she is tormented by mysterious monsters called goblins. We understand that. Oh my gosh, my voice. I need some water. We understand that, especially for Shada fans, this could have been quite upsetting, and we wholeheartedly relate to your disappointment. With the overall flow in mind, the direction of the existing story pack prevents us from excluding goblins as a whole. However, we'll provide an additional portrayal where Shada is displayed without the goblins for the special illustration set on the home screen. So this is what they decided to do. So you still have the cutscene with Shada here. However, obviously you see that the goblins aren't around her. So this is actually going to be the home screen for her. Now, I'm not sure if this is something you can change back and forth. But yeah. But see, the thing about this scene was the devs said that they didn't go any further with like how she was portrayed. You know what I mean? They didn't actually like go into anything else like how you would might have just seen it in like if you watched the anime or read the manga, because that actually was really intense. But I knew that they weren't going to push it further. Like that was just a god-given, thing that I knew was not going to happen, right? But yeah, so this is what it's going to look like. But let's see. Let's read on a little bit more. Like the existing skill cutscene settings, you can choose to set either the portrayal with the goblins or the one without them. Okay, so they give you a choice then on the home screen. So if you did the event and you equip this on the home screen, you have the choice now, as they just stated, to either ungoblin it up or to put the goblins in the cutscene with her. Okay, so they're giving us the choice, which, guys, understand. They listen to a lot of the feedback. This is why I say they listen to a lot of our feedback, guys. Okay, they do. Okay, and so they actually gave us the choice, which, in my opinion, I feel like a lot of devs should really listen to a lot of this type of stuff when it comes to giving choice and not just picking one thing to go with. You know what I mean? So this is why I'm very impressed with the devs of Brown Dust 2, is because they do this sort of thing, right? They give us choices. So, guys, anybody, that keeps bashing the devs, I mean, they actually give us choices on what we want to have, okay? They listen to our feedback, okay? Okay, so that is it for today. Although I haven't been able to share much with you today, we can say for sure that we're making massive progress on the second anniversary update. So stay tuned and keep your hopes high. With all that, we'll wrap up today's notes with a gift, so check your mail, guys. But yeah, so that's it. That's all they have with the dev notes. But that's what's going to be going down, guys. With it all, we got some spiciness with the summer event reruns here as well. Some fixes that were made with the Goblin Slayer event. And there you have it. Now, I'm going to be pulling for Zenith, obviously. I'm going to be pulling for her. But just remember, guys, just remember that they are going to be having the new story for the summer later down the line. So remember, if you want to still save up, they are going to be there. If you want to save up for the reruns that you don't have, for like any new players out there, you want Nebris, Venica, and Dalvi, they're going to be available now. I'm not sure if Dalvi is going to be free, though, again. She actually might have a banner this time around for you guys to pull for her. So I'm not sure how that's going to go down, but I'm sure they are still going to be releasing more dev notes about what they're going to be planning. So there you guys have it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And in time, we'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens. And yes, I'm excited, though. I'm excited for this one. But take care, guys. Stay safe and healthy. Catch you in the next BD2 announcements. And I'll see you then. Take care.